Hello, hello. Look at me. 4:05. For me, that's awesome. And it's Friday. It's Friday. It's a good day, I guess. I don't know. Is Friday a good day? What do y'all think? It's kind of when you get to be my age, it's kind of just like another day. I don't know. I don't work 9 to 5. So it's not like, ooh, now I'm going to go away on vacation for 3 days or take a 4-day weekend or, my work week is done or, my Friday is actually Saturday. So I only have one more day to go or any of that. When you get to this age, it's just like, yeah, it's Friday. Yeah. So this is my Friday show and tell. As usual, I have some stuff I've shown before and brand new stuff. I sell mostly vintage costume jewelry. Now, nobody's in here, so I'm just going to babble until and if people come in. Mondays. I don't know if next week is realistic, but it'll start next week. I'm going to start doing a mix of household and hold on a minute. Maggie, my cat in the chair. I'm going to start doing on Mondays, adding in more vintage household along with buy it now jewelry. Will I be able to do it in the same way that I was doing it prior to my father passing in the beginning of March? Not yet, but I will get there. And there's a lot of really great kitschy vintage stuff and just really collectible other vintage stuff that I bought over the years since COVID, and then really a lot as my dad got sicker and sicker. And, I have shelves and shelves of it. And I'm going to winnow that collection down. And you're going to benefit from that on Mondays. As soon as I can, I'm going to get it back to where Mondays are, a themed decade, right? Which I was starting to do. I'm just not there yet. So my name is Lucinda. Last 3 years of my life, I was a caregiver up until March 5th. I moved back up to my homestead permanently at the end of March, and a lot of blessings keep coming. But those blessings in my grieving process also are just like another kind of nail of, both my parents are gone and my family home is going to be gone. And I don't know. It doesn't make me happy. It makes me sad. So I don't know. It seems really backwards to look at blessings as something that makes you want to just burst into tears. But that's where I'm at. So I actually considered canceling today because I got this email right before I came on, and it just touched my heart what my parents thought about for me and my father's son and his grandkids. My mother and father thought of this. And so I don't know. But I'm here and I do 2-week build a boxes. If you don't know that, this is the end of week 1. Next week will be week 2. Then I invoice. Why do I do that? Because I have a lot of regular returning people. And in doing that, it saves you a lot on shipping and it saves me time on invoicing. And so it's a win-win shipping wise and time wise for me. Shipping for you, time for me, because it is a business. And every little thing that I can do to whittle it down to make a little bit more profit, I need to do that as a real business. Okay, what other housekeeping? I want to just put out there, I did put a post, but I have not been able to make a short yet. So I want to put this out there, and I'm going to do a reach, that I have currently sitting. And of course, this light, it's going to blow it out. That's a better color. I have a set of 5 of these Mary mushroom canisters. This is the smallest one. These are from Sears and Roebuck. So there's one small. They are rather thin. That's the way they made them. They're so popular. Look them up on eBay. 2 medium. No, wait a minute. 2 small, 1 in between, 1 medium. And the medium has a crack about that long that has been repaired with Gorilla Glue. So I don't think it's going anywhere. And then the large canister. Now, the large canister is missing the mushroom on top. However, the lids are sold separately all over eBay. So that's a set of 5. You could just look at, actually, it's the next to medium size. Anyway, go look at my post, Mary Mushroom Canisters. They're currently sitting at $128, which is an excellent deal for 5, even with the lid missing and the little crack. So check it out, because these are not going to work for my house. I have mice up here, and I need to put everything in closed cabinets and canisters. But these take up too much room on my limited counter space. Otherwise, I would not be getting rid of them, because I love them. I mean, everyone loves them. And if you love your vintage. So they're sitting at 128. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because I can't hold them all up at once. You can always email me and make me what you think is a reasonable offer as well. I will tell you, I paid $125 sans the missing broken off mushroom top on the large lid and the crack that happened in shipping. They were not packed correctly. So in that regard, you could make me an offer, and like less enough maybe to buy the large lid. Okay. All right. So show and tell generally means that I pick up an item and we talk about it. And I tell you, why I believe it's from, whatever decade I believe it's from. And usually the chat joins in and also puts in information, or looks something up and finds out who the maker was, or points out, hey, I think that might be blah, 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 or, oh, the name for that is this, or whatever. Because even though I've been doing this, selling costume vintage jewelry for 26 years, and selling from thrifting and resale at flea markets and whatnot, and a lunchbox collectible toy store in the 80s, I'm always learning. There's so much to know. So please join in and talk with me. If you bid on anything, there's only 1 person now. There's 2 people in here. If you bid on anything today and you haven't bought from me before, I will need your YouTube name, your real name with shipping address and zip code, and your PayPal email by midnight tonight, or the item goes back up for sale. Okay. I ship from Northern California. That's pretty much it. Week 1 of a 2-week Build-A-Box. And yeah, people are just coming in and out because they don't see anything but me talking. And there's a lot of choices on Friday night, and I know that. And so lastly, before I start, because there's no one in here, prior to my father going into the hospital and then 6 days of hospice and passing, I was regularly getting 200 to 300 views during my sales. I was on for 3 hours and almost every Friday night. And I had a really, a business that was building up. Now, because I took about a month and a half off, I don't have hardly anyone. So if anyone comes in here and if you like what you see, please consider sharing me out. Please consider asking other people to subscribe, because this is my income. Again, after 3 years of caregiving, and I'm 64 years old, I already had chronic pain. I'm not capable of going and working a 9 to 5 anymore. And so this is it. This is what I got. Okay. All right. So on all of those notes, if anyone has a question, let me know. You can always claim after the sale for a couple days. Yeah, my email's down there. I don't know. That's about what I have to say. And I try to be peppy. I try to be perky. Like I said, you got an email about estate details right before I came on. And so I'm a little, and yesterday I had to go somewhere and, I cried the whole time, but here we are. So let's start out with something totally brand new. No one's here. Just love it. Oh, good Lord. And then it's going to start at, we'll see if anyone shows up or stays, cracks me up. My daughter's a millennial and they jump in and out, all the time. Like, that's why they like TikTok. So when I come on and people are like in and out all around, I'm like, oh, it's boring. And that's why I can't do Whatnot. I can't do Whatnot because you have to be like, boom, 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 or people just jump. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I like to build a rapport. So this first item starts at $20 and it's spectacular. I'm thinking this is from the 60s. This was a very popular kind of beginning of the hippies, kind of the mod twiggy look, lucite, linked, big, bold chain necklace. And let's do it the other way around, because I just noticed this, which makes me love it even more. I love my plastics. See, I'm wearing plastic. I was going to put on a necklace. That's plastic that I really like, but I didn't have time. So up here is the small tortoise shell links. That would go on the back of your neck. And then they get medium. And I don't know if the color's coming true to you. There's a lot of the yellow amber color in this so-called tortoise shell necklace. Then you've got your big links down to the bottom. This thing is spectacular. And is it heavy? No, not really. And I can't wear heavy jewelry. $20. This is probably way too low of a price if you know your collectible vintage. This, I remember like models wearing this kind of thing, and it was still a little popular in the 70s, but in the 60s, I remember, models in catalogs in the late 60s, early 70s wearing these. And that feel is fantastic. I'll see if it glows in a minute. It goes down to here on me, so I'm going to bet it's about 24 inches. If anyone is in here that wants to chat, please let me know if you're seeing this. I think that's pretty much true to colors. The amber, it's a very deep kind of yellow amber, and there is no clasp. It's just links of lucite. Links of lucite. I will, let's see if it glows. I love this. So I don't know if you, Mary in Cleveland. Hello, Mary. How are you? Does it glow? It doesn't glow. So therefore, it doesn't glow. You see that? There's no glowing. Therefore, I have to say this is acrylic and not lucite, Mary. Okay? This is not lucite. It's acrylic. Doesn't detract from it in any way. Mary, how are you? I have never seen you before. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you for showing up and putting in a bid. So bids increase in $1 increments, but since there's only 2 people in here, probably won't get a bidding war. So Mary, you're going to get what I think, because I love plastics, an excellent deal. So this is this funny thing to measure. Going on one side, it's like 16. So really 32 inches? That doesn't seem right because it only goes right to here on me. I'm going to go with 26, maybe 28. It's awkward to measure. So, Mary, were you in here when I said that? So increments go up in $1 until we hit 50, and then they go $2 increments after $50. So if anyone else is interested other than Mary, you would need to bid 21. And I'm going to go ahead and say fair warning. I know there's a little bit of lag. This is something I have only ever seen once before in person. Look at that. Dang it, screw. And I just love the fact that it's the little down to the larger. It's not heavy. Okay, last call. And I'm about to say sold to Mary. You do spell it like that. Oh, I just put 420. Nope, definitely not. $20. Thank you, Mary. Mary, can you go ahead and send me your information? How did you find my channel? Did you just start looking around, or have you seen me? I'm just curious. Have you seen me on other people's channels, or you watch some of my shorts, or I don't know my shorts. My husband is an electrician, so there's always this joke about that. So thank you, Mary. If you could just go ahead and take a minute and send me your information, that would be fantastic. And it's great to meet you, and you will love that. If you like plastics, which clearly you do, or you would not have bid on. So, Mary, just so you know, this is my Friday show and tell. I don't think you were in the beginning. So I tend to go a little slower. I'm not a fast paced number 1, number 2, or letter A, letter B, and I don't do recaps. So just so you have a heads up, okay? Based on my current event life, current events in my life, God bless, there was something I was going to say and it went right in my head. So let's just forget about it and we'll circle back to it later because I have no idea what I was going to say. I have no idea what I was going to say. Also, Mary, did you hear me say that I do 2-week build-a-boxes and this is the end of week 1? So if you want your stuff right away, I can invoice you and get it down to my post office as soon as possible, but you would need to tell me that in the email. Otherwise, I don't bill out till the end of next week, which would be over the weekend, and you would be mailed that out that next week. So it's like 2 weeks from now when your package would be mailed. All right. So these start at $14. I absolutely love the silver and black. And my cat is sneezing. And the Rondell Rhinestone Center. These are they're clip earrings. They're absolutely, these are definitely 1960s. Could be 1950s because of the floral pins, but with the black and silver, I feel like we're edging into the 60s on this one. They're almost an inch. In diameter. They are very like New Year's Eve black and white ball. There is no maker on the back. Now, what I tell people all the time is if you don't wear clip-on earrings, clip them on your shirt collars. Yep. You have a nice white overshirt on with a tank top in the summer and you're going out to a luncheon somewhere and you just want to look pretty, you can clip these on your shirt collar. Yep. $14. And remember, I don't do recaps. I love these. And I've had them a little while. If you wear clip-on earring, whoa, that one's backwards. They would be beautiful. Just put on a silver chain or no chain at all. See, they match the silver just fine. Okay. So those started at $14. And again, welcome in anyone who's here. I always appreciate you, and you know that. I have a very eclectic bunch of stuff. And quite a few. This is going to be a buy it now. So person to claim it by putting in pink bracelet, whatever gets it. This is buy it now at $13. It has its original. This is from the 50s. Made in West Germany. It's a beautiful plastic cut faceted bangle. It does have a seam right here. But West Germany, the majority of products and jewelry that came from West Germany came late 40s, early 50s, 60s, because it's West Germany after the war, West and East Germany. So that right there says a lot. It's in very good condition. In the sunlight, has a lot of sparkle. Let's see. You know what? One thing I've never ever checked about this piece was if it glowed. And I always do that. So let's see. I see purple. And I see the edges of this. You see the edges? The edges light up a little more red. I want to know if the color is coming through correctly. So I'm going to turn on. I don't have some of my regulars here. They're very good at letting me know if I'm glitching, which happens a lot. I'm working on it. If I'm glitching and if the colors are coming through correctly. So let's find out. I'm going to hold up, and here I am. There's that, like, good Lord. I've got like a 20-second lag. Okay. So the color is coming through just fine. Excellent. Okay, good. All right. So size-wise, it doesn't want to go over my thumb. I could push it and it would go on, but it would be a lot to get off. Therefore, I'm going to presume this is probably a size 6.5, which is a medium in ladies small. 6.5, but I will give you the inside dimensions just to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. If the measuring would stay. Yep, 2.5. So I would go with the ladies 6.5, especially if you have a little bit larger knuckles. Okay, 6.5, the middle of a lady's small. West Germany. West Germany made some great stuff. Okay. I did bring quite a few bangles. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and leave that price up and bring this one back that I brought on Monday. I love this. It is like slag glass. It is a dark, kind of, it's not a midnight blue. It's like a cobalt blue. There you go. Cobalt blue with all this white strewn throughout it. I will show you more. It starts at the same price, 13. It's a buy it now at 13. I'll get to that in a minute. The sides. It has white. Here's the carving. It has white running throughout there as well. It's like plastic slag glass. And in here, you see the lines. This was not machine stamped. I'm pretty dang sure that this was hand carved, even though it's plastic. I do not believe it's Bakelite because it has a seam. It is just a random carving. There's no particular design that I can see. And the white does glow. Let's try to get it. You see that? Look at that. The white glows green and even some orange. I date this to early 60s, possibly late 80s. It's an outstanding bracelet. Bangle. There you go. And there you see the carvings. Nice. It's a very shiny cobalt blue in person. And this is a larger size. It fits over my wrist, no problem. And see how much longer it is than my other bracelets. I believe this I'm a 7.25. So I think this is a 7.5, which is the middle of a lady's medium size. And it is a buy it now of 13. Yep. It is 2 3/4 in the inside dimension. Ladies, middle, medium, 7.5. It's very unique. Yeah, I really like this. I got to say, if I keep bringing this particular one and it sell, I'm going to go ahead and keep it for a while. This is a start of 16. But of course, doing modding, I always forget things. Hope everyone's having a good evening. This is a start of 16. This is very much late 60s, 70s. Gold Fritz, red and blue stars with a clear coat. And I believe it could be older. It could be closer to the war, but no way I could prove that. The only reason I say that, and I really say that with kind of a lot of hesitation, is because the back is really slender right here. And I'm not sure, see that? I'm just not sure if that would have been a deliberate make later. It is not modern. So it's a little mystifying, but I absolutely love it. I've never seen anything like it. It is encased. Does it glow? I don't know. I've never checked this one either. Then we'll move on to other things. Yeah, it does. So it's lucite. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. So it's definitely older. It's lucite. 16. And does it fit me? Yep. It fits me again. Not really room to spare. So it's a 7.25, the beginning of a lady's medium. It's a great piece. I love plastic bangles. I just have so many of them, but I got to tell you, I don't know. I really don't want to eBay because I have an eBay shop. I need to take everything out of it. Haven't used it in a long time. eBay takes, I don't know, more than 15% in fees now. And so I put that up at 16. What am I winding up making? And I'm not sure I can go there or that I even want to go there. Okay, let's do a necklace. Let's do a show and tell necklace. What do y'all think about that? The colors and the beads in this, outstanding. Outstanding. It is, I think this is a Germany or West Germany. So hold on. Yep. This is also a West Germany. It is a necklace. And let's look at the beads. This is from the 50s. They're all plastic. I want to, there you go. Change the mode. Some very unusual, along with usual beads on here. So this one is a crackle bead, and it is carved. It has lines going down. See that? Then let's get to here. See more of them. See the lines, almost like a pumpkin's. That's why I like this. And then look at this one. These are like plastic splatter beads. Absolutely incredible. This is a darker. It is both a carved and crackle in there. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing. And look at this middle bead right here. This like makes the whole thing. And it just has the gold tone spacer caps. Look at how beautiful that is. To me, this is like a marble. And then you go on, there's more of those beads, the what I call pumpkin, the crackles, etc. Here is your, that's about a 2-inch extender. I love this piece. I love the colors. So this starts at $24. Look at that. The colors and the beads, the splatter, the crackle, the kind of inset pumpkin bead, westerny, all of that stuff is just, again, I have a lot of this style of Japanese double and triple necklaces, but nothing with this amount of detail. I love this. I think this would be beautiful in summer. And of course, in the outside light, it's going to pop a lot more. So let's check it out. So that length, the first one is 16, the second one is 18, with the extender being used. Okay, so it's not choking me. It's not choking me. Hello, George. How's it going? How are you? I just found a necklace for the pendant idea. I want to send you pictures. Oh, is that really glowing? Or it is. I'm going to look at it myself for a second. Sometimes it's just the purple reflecting off like the luster. So there's kind of a combination. No, there's not. I take that back. No, it does not glow. It's acrylic. And I think it's incredible. I've never seen color waves like this. I've never seen. This is a very common, what you would expect to see, this, right? And those silver caps. But the plastic green splatter and the carved and is not. Crackle also. Yes, but the rest of it, no. It's gorgeous. So started at 4, going back in its bag. Back in its bag. How's life, George? Oh, and I'm gonna send you photos because I still have to figure out how to make it into a pendant, and the necklace is going to cost a little, and so to talk about all of that, right? Yeah, we do. We have to talk about all this. Okay, this is a buy it now, and I really like this thing. I was surprised at 15. At 15. This is really interesting. When I first picked it up out of the lot of bracelets that I bought, I was like, yeah. And then I looked a little closer and oh, wow. Okay, then. This is probably from the 60s. This is a, I do not know if it's real leather or if it's that kind of, it doesn't have the plastic feeling of, the lariats that we made as children, where you go to like your rec center or, during school when you had to stay inside recess and you got the plastic and you made those like keychains and all that stuff, right? Okay. This is not that. I think this is actually leather, red, white, and blue. And it's got silver tone bands. There's no breaks nor seams. It's very thick going around it. And then it's really cool. I mean, there's a little bit of scuff here, but there's no wear to this leather at all. It's got this really cool closure. I've never seen a closure like this. So here's the one, and it just has like this anchor shaped thing that hooks into here. And it's really easy to get on and off. I love it. I was so surprised. So you just put it like this. You put the anchor through the top part and sideways. If I can do it. I'm older. My hands. I'm older. My hands is a little more difficult for me to get this right. You put it up through the bottom. I'm one of those, those commercials where they had the, they probably still make them, the little thing where you would hold, so you had like a third hand or whatever, in order to do clasp on bracelets. Yeah. So that's what I need. Okay. I can't make it close on me right now, but if it did, it fits exactly 7.25. So it could fit down to a 6.75 top end of a lady's small. In terms of men's, you'd have to measure your wrist. 7.25, which is my wrist, is essentially the diameter here. Hold on. I keep doing this wrong. So see, I'm going to do it right. So see, when it's here, like this, you just put this through and then you pull back and that's it. It's very comfortable. It's very lightweight. So in order to know your wrist size, this would be a smaller size on a man. So you need a skinny wrist, would fit a teen, and you measure the inside. Or you can measure from edge to edge, but you generally measure the inside, and it is just at 2.5. So that is a 7.25 in women's. So you'd have to Google what does that translate to for a man, because I don't know, and I should know. I need to research that. So again, that was a buy it now of 15, and this leather. Red, white, and blue. So you know what? I'm saying 60s, and I believe it's late 60s. But it could be one of those 70s bicentennial pieces because it's so prominently red, white, and blue. Yep, it could be. Okay. This is something that fascinates me enough that I could wind up keeping that as well. Welcome in, everyone. Okay. What is this piece? Oh, let's do this. Thank you, George. This is I can't just do that. I have to put in start. Sorry. Start at 35. This is stunning. This is hot off the presses for me. This is stunning. So it's definitely more modern. Here's the toggle closure. Silver tone beads, but why is it so cool? Look at all these Murano floral beads. So this one has got like a pink, red, and white flowers. But then on the inside, of course, because that's how Murano does, there's more in there. Here's the pink with the flowers. And these are painted. This is the glass. These are not painted. These are, you know what? These are actual real pearls as well. These are real natural man-made, probably pearls. There's another bead. Another bead. I'm just giving a little overview here. Here's this really cool green, grass green with the blue flower centers. Another pink. See the pearls? Those are real faux pearls. Starts at 35. Look at this one. I love this color. Is on, what is this on? It is on cotton thread. So therefore, the fact that it's on cotton thread, it might be older than I'm saying, but the toggle clasp is so modern that if this is in fact a piece older than what I'm saying to you, these are very thick, beautiful beads. The toggle, the clasp broke and they redid it. This is the medallion at the bottom. Can you see that that's see-through? Hold on. Can you see that this, there you go. The green, there's a lot of these that are see-through. And then there's the cobalt blue. This is white with multicolors of flowers, the pearls. Here's another grass green with different. Here is an orange one. Pink. Here's a teeny tiny little one. You get the idea, right? Yeah, it's got a lot of play. It's got a lot going on. Again, it's kind of like marbles. I do have my dolly here. I just always seem to find that it works better if I actually put it on my neck to show you. So this is a special piece. It doesn't weigh a lot, but it's not light. These are very nice Murano fused glass beads. They're a medallion. So this is about 18 inches with this drop. It's about 23, 24. And it's just a nice, fun piece, really good for summer. The glass is nice and cool on your skin. Definitely a conversation piece. Okay. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. Anyone else here today that wants to say hi? Tonight, for me, it's still afternoon, just going into dinner time. Okay. So there you go. If you come in late, you can always put your settings on ×2 and go through real fast because I don't do recaps. And put in the chat that you're interested in something, and I will pick it back up. And if I don't remember the price, I'll scroll up and find it, or I'll ask you. That's kind of how it is on Fridays. Casual. It's casual Friday. Remember casual Fridays? Okay. Okay, this starts at $47. It is a creamed, I told you I brought a lot of bangles tonight, but I also have necklaces, brooches, you name it. This is a creamed spinach bakelite bangle starting at $47. I'm literally, I don't even know if I'm making a profit on it at the price. I bought it for myself. It is too small for, my wrist. So it needs to go, I could hoard it in my box of 10,000 tons of hoarded things. or I could pass it on to someone who still has a collection and likes to just take out their collection and look at it, or who could wear it. It's a really nice example. It's very wide. How wide is it? But it is on the smaller side, as so many of these old vintage bangles and whatnot are. It is just over an inch wide. And I know it doesn't fit over my wrist. And I can tell you why, because it says, my measuring tape, I'm going to use my other one. It keeps that. It says 2.5 inches on the inside diameter. So at 2.5 inches, it should, for all intents and purposes, fit me, right? And it just does, okay? It just does. I could keep below my thumb. I could keep pushing it, and I could get it on. But so for all intents and purposes, it is a 7.25 ladies small. If you have slender hands, you will have no fights with this. For me, because I have bigger knuckles and a big thumb knuckle, I don't want to fight with it. I don't want to do that. And the reason it's a little more tricky to put on and off is because it curves inward at the top and bottom. So that 7.25 is kind of reduced to like a 7.2, if you will. Okay. Cream spinach Bakelite, 0 damage. Started at 47. Nobody's interested. It's interesting. I either have a bangle crowd or I don't. And I don't know. I'm a bangle fanatic. I never understand that. Okay, let's do Cheryl. Hello, how are you? I mailed your box yesterday, Cheryl. Yes, Cheryl, you may absolutely have it. Cheryl, were you here when I said that I'm going to start doing Mondays more household items? I don't know that I can do previews, and I can't do eras, like decades yet, but I'm going to start doing that. So thank you, Cheryl. So I just wanted you to hear that in case you didn't. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I really like that. I was surprised no one was interested. It's unique. So Cheryl 15. Red, white, and blue was his shroud. Sorry. Every time I show red, white, and blue, that's all I can think of. It's a Hoyt Axton song. And either you know your old country and you know like that little bit of obscure, or you don't. And I like many genres of music. So now, all right, this, I want my light back over here. This has me annoyed, and I know what I would do with it, and I will let y'all think about it. So here's 2 things going on with this, and then I'll put in a starting product. And again, thank you, Cheryl. This is a beautiful wire work. I believe that's crushed turquoise. It's definitely older. Pendant. Look at it. I'm sure it's sterling silver. I don't have my tester out, so I haven't tested it, but everything about it screams like 1970s or earlier. Look at how tiny. So this is wire work, right? Thin silver wire. And then up at the top, look how teeny tiny that silver wire is. And it's coming up from the wire wrapping. It is double-sided. Let me change the light mode again. It's going to drive you guys nuts, but blue will show this better. There you go. It is thick. You see that? It's hollow inside. It's got a piece of stone. Looks like one is missing right there. So there's one missing. I really think this is 60s or 70s. It's very delicate and dainty. It's about an inch. Now, oh, excellent, Cheryl. Now, this is just spectacular workmanship. It was put with a jump ring onto this. I don't even know if this is sterling silver ball chain. I don't remember what was said to me. It does have a marking on it. I don't know if it's a maker mark or if it's 925. It, and I don't really care because I don't really care about this ball chain. I'm going to put a start in and then I'm going to tell you what I would do and what I will do for you if you're interested in it. $30. I would go ahead and undo the jump ring, close it up again, and use this ball chain, for something else entirely. And you yourself can take needle nose pliers and put this onto a different sterling silver chain necklace easily. But I would not keep the two together because they're completely different genres. This is a very modern chain. It's perfectly usable. You could use it for something else. It's got its clasp. It's got its hook. It's got a mark. It might be like silver, sterling silver coated, So but if you want, I would remove it because to me, they don't go together. And it winds up being like a choker, and they are not original. They were paired together, and I don't like it. This should be on its own thin sterling silver chain, and it should be down about here. And then I would take this ball chain, and I would just leave it as a ball chain and wear it as an almost choker, or give it to, your niece or nephew. Use it as a wrap around on your arm as a bracelet, but I would not keep this on there. And if I had a really nice, older, thinner sterling silver chain, I would have put that on before I brought it to the sale, but I currently do not. A lot of my stuff is still packed up. So something like that, George, definitely. And it is hollow in the middle. Yeah. And it's an artisan piece. Yeah, I think you're looking for maybe Tosco. It's not, I don't think it's Tosco because it's wire wrapped. I think it was a artist, God knows what artist. It was not mass produced. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you how wide the pendant is. I think it's about 1 inch, and then we'll move on. I'm surprised nobody's interested. It's like a 2-for-1, and this turquoise piece is just gorgeous. And like I say, I don't have a sterling silver chain, or I would put it on there. Yeah, it's 1 inch in diameter. And if it doesn't sell here, I will squirrel it away until I find a sterling silver chain. But then once I find the sterling silver chain that's long enough that this goes on, it's going to cost more than 30. So if you already have one, like I have this one right here hanging around, you want to do it yourself and buy it starting at George, starting at 30. George, I'm always just talking away. And for whatever reason, it always takes me by surprise when someone bids. I don't know why. I mean, I am hanging out with my friends. This is my passion, but it is my business. But I'm always like, oh, someone bid. How extraordinary. It's too thin, George, for a cord. See how tiny it is? And you just, George, if you have a workshop, let me go ahead and put last call. If anyone else is interested, you'd have to put in 31 or more, getting a 2-for, George. All you have to do is open that jump ring up very delicately with 2 needle nose pliers. If you've got a workshop, you just hold with one, open it with the other, put it over the necklace, and then close the jump ring back up. Take your time, be slow, because you want to pinch it shut. Okay, George? And if you want to talk to me about that again, or you know what? Look at a YouTube video, George, because you know what? This is sold to George. George, you have a good eye, and you're always looking at things, and you know, we're talking about I'm making pendants and I'm making pendants. You can do this. You can do this, George. Heck yeah. Good for you. Thank you, Melly. Oh, Melly. Thank you so much, George. This really, it's a beautiful old artisan piece. Melly, you are still wrapping the arm. Oh my God, Melly, you really hurt your muscle or your shoulder or both. That's terrible. Melly, that sucks. Yeah. Yep, right, Melly? But that ball chain, you heard with all that, it's like, take that off. to do something different with it. Oh, Melly, I'm really sorry. I just moved your box out. I have chronic pain, and it's in my upper body. So, Melly, I relate. Look, I got a gentleman in here. So let's do a buy it now. These are really cool. 18. See what happens. Oh, Melly. Yeah. Well, I have fibromyalgia, and I was rear-ended over 10 years ago when I was stopped at a red light, and I jumped out of my body, and I was watching my neck go like that. And I now am getting constant pain in my neck all the time, and my lower lumbar spine down, sometimes into my feet. The joys of getting old. Gotta love it, man. Gonna go do some PT. Yep. So these are incredible cufflinks. Oh my God. They're incredible. Look at, so that's foil work in there. I really hope all those colors are coming through. And I gentlemen in here, but women can wear cufflinks. These are incredible. Gold tone. Look at all the color going on. Maybe they were trying to go for like a mother of pearl, but it's black with foil encased in glass. That's glass. Yep, that's glass. Wow. There's no makers on these. I'm really surprised. Here's the back. So, you know, the cufflinks, in case you don't know, you put this through your buttonhole on your shirt, and then you go like that, and it's locked in. So there's one. Oh, that is a big, long name. All I can think of is dinosaur, like Brontosaurus. And here's the one. They're not exactly alike, but they're just spectacular. Really, borosilicate, Mexico. Interesting. These are just so, and see, they are like cabochon. They have, they're conical, I think that's the right word, and oval shaped. And they're, how wide are they? I love these. I just love this stuff. I've never heard that word. Thank you, Millie. So about 3/4 of an inch long. That's, Millie just gave the example of, what is that? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my good Lord. You all. I talk amongst yourselves. For some bizarre reason, I don't have my computer cord over here, and my computer's going to go dead. I'm glad I got that alert that I didn't know what it was. Good Lord. What is wrong with me? Oh my goodness. That was really bad. Okay, I'm coming back. I can't believe that. Is this right? This is not right. What? Where's my cord? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. This is bizarre. Here it is. Wow. Here I come. This has I was doing a bunch of cleaning up the other day. Oh no, it's too. I'm at 29%. So if I don't plug in, I'm gonna lose all of you. I'm so sorry. I hate to do dumb stuff like this in the middle of a sale. Hold on. This is correct, right? Yep. But now I need to go get its other half. I can't believe I was that. So I was doing a bunch of cleaning up because I just officially moved completely in here the end of March. And in cleaning up, I outsmarted myself. Oh my Lord. That was really dumb. I'm almost there. That was really dumb. Okay. It's a brand new computer. So I have a couple cords. One stays in my new workspace, which I'm really hoping in a couple weeks to always be in there. And not at my dining room table. Well, I usually ignore anything that pops up on my computer during a live sale. I'm really glad I didn't. Or this would have lost you, especially in the middle of Nellie telling me what the heck those were. Okay. Boom. I'm back. Sorry. Thank you. Borosilicate. Melly. I'm going to look that up. Now, silicate reminds me of a mineral. And boro, also boro. So I don't know. Interesting. So anyway, these were a buy it now of 18. Men or women. Now, another thing that I have going on and have for a while, and I have even more in my cupboard, is this men's tie clip box with hat, cane, and gloves with this. I don't know if this is real or faux leather. It's quite old. It does have that little bit of something got put on here right there. It's a little noticeable, but it's not bad. And inside is filled. Box is beautiful, and inside is filled with tie clips and cufflinks of all different kinds, all vintage. One day I'm gonna put it up like auction style. Look at the like Siam cufflinks. I mean, this is, I could go on and on. I won't. But I've been making this beautiful collection of all of this. I didn't mean to show the flag upside down. Look at this that has the double save going over a button. Yeah, so I've got a lot going on. So they may have been here. I don't know. Got the 4-leaf clovers in there. Yeah, I've had that for a while. Let me put these back. And I'm so sorry again, y'all. Okay. Melly, doing any physical therapy or something for that? You've got to be doing something. I hope. I mean, rest, rest is a thing, but I really feel for you. I've been there. Okay, this is a buy it now at 15. Remember, I said I brought a lot of old bangles. Here we go. This, to me, has always been a bit of a mystery. Is it Bakelite? Maybe. It is, I hope YouTube is showing it. They are showing it correct. It is showing correctly. It is a deep cherry red. It is carved. This is not painted. It's carved down to a white. Now, this one is off shape, just like the star lucite one that I brought up. See how this is wider and this thinner? That is why I said, and it glowed, right? Green. That is why I said, I wonder if it was made around war as well. Similar to what I believe. I believe this could be a Bakelite. However, I did one test on it and it did not come up as Bakelite, but it's got all the earmarks of Bakelite. So I don't know. Buy it now, 15. And it goes right over my wrist. No problem. I could be wearing it all day long. It's a 7.25. Ugh. Ooh. Millie, I relate to you. Yeah. And the nerve blocks. Yeah. I have, Millie, we could talk all day long about that. I have trigeminal neuralgia, and I had a nerve block. I was at USF in the 80s, early 90s, when they were just experimenting with nerve blocks for nerve pain. So I was an experiment. Probably trickled to you later on in life. So I'm going to put this down. I don't see any interest. And they were just learning, and they gave me such a huge nerve block that like half my face was totally drooped, like as if I had had a stroke for 2 days. And I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm not coming back. No, thank you. Okay, thank you, Melly. I was like, no, I'm done with you guys experimenting on me. And no, thank you. Ooh. Yeah. Ice, rest, whatever it is you got to do, right? I'm with you. Okay, this set starts at 40. So I'm a little less of a show and tell on Friday, at least for right now, because my grief brain can't handle it. Okay, so I bought this, and then when I'm unpacking it, the first thing I unpacked was the earrings, and I was like, oh, I'm disappointed. I think these are modern, and I didn't think they were, and I felt some kind of way about it. But then I unpacked the brooch, and I was like, oh, no, it's not, because I didn't think it was when I got it. So here's the back. There's no maker. Gold tone. Got the swedge. It's got the pin sticking out. I would say late 50s, okay? Maybe early 60s. And then, is that a maker? No. And then, oh, wait a minute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, God, Ellie, no. Okay, so look at this glass. Look at these rhinestones. Oh my God. They are almost the watermelon glass, but they have a lot more pink and orange. They don't have the green undertones. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, the sun, that sparkle all day long. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a cluster of grapes. The only other thing I could assume is that you could hang this on a chain, but it does not specifically have a separate hook for doing so. It really reminds me of like a Coro, but it's not signed. Okay, Melly, rest up, honey. My God. I so feel for you right now. I'm having so many hip and back and all of that. So Melly, rest, eat dinner, do your thing. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, no more nerve blocks. Okay. And this at the $40 start are the matching earrings. They're just beautiful. Look at this. Let's do it over here. Absolutely stunning. I do not know the maker. And the color of these stones also reminds me of, like Juliana D&E. This was, that kind of pinkish red color, but not the cut. I don't know. It's a mystery. So these are about 1 inch, and let's see how big across the brooch is. And then I am going to bring a piece that I believe is in line with what I was just speaking of. 2.5 inches long and 2 inches wide for the brooch. So you get the brooch and the matching clip-on earrings, $40. And those are really good quality. The gold metal work is also really nice. It's very thick, very well done. The opening on the back to let the extra bit of light, the coating to give it that high-tone coloring. Yeah, really nice. There's no sticker on it. Probably had a tag. It will forever be a mystery. So that started at 40. Okay. So now, where is the piece that I was just talking about? Yeah. Okay, this piece. And I myself, 5:30, am probably going to just stay until 6. And I don't do recaps, everyone. Don't do recaps. This is a piece. This is an incredible piece. It's been around. Look at this. Let's put the mode back to, there you go. I am pretty positive this has all the telltale marks of Juliana D&E. These huge red glass cabochons, the design, this smoky quartz long, narrow stones, the orange stones, the clear little flowers in here. Oh my God. This line of orange, then the multicolored line here with olive, clear, dark orange, light orange. Anyone here know their D&E Juliana pieces? This is, to me, fairly obvious that it is one. Now, it doesn't have a maker. The majority of her design collaborations with other people, I don't think I've actually hardly ever, in fact, well, wait a minute. I've never seen her name on any piece of jewelry that I've had in my hands. Doesn't mean there isn't. Now, it's definitely pre-1960s. The pin goes way out. The back, this was worn a lot. The silver tone on the back in a few places is starting to be rubbed off. It does not affect the stones or the integrity of this piece in any way. It's a huge piece. It's a huge piece. Okay. The last set started at 40. This starts at 50. This starts at $50. If you don't know who D&E or Juliana is, look it up and get back to me. This is an incredible piece. It's all glass. The red is probably a check glass. And I would assume that the majority of these stones are a type of check glass. But Some of it may not be, but this red, absolutely. And I love the lace. That's another thing. Juliana D&E, the designer, liked to layer things. She liked to give things movement and play. She stacked it. She built, and they were large pieces. This is a large piece. I know $50 may sound like what, but no, it's not like what. That's how much it's worth. Okay. Whoops, I cannot doing centimeters. It is 3 inches across. 3 inches across and 2 1/4 to 2.5 inches long, depending on the design, which place you're going to measure at. I'll let you look at this. There is dark brown, there is smoky topaz, there is light periwinkle blue, there's the glass red cabochons, there's 2 different oranges, olive greens, blues, a purple, 2 purple rhinestones, this orange glass, the raised white flowers. I mean, there is so much going on. There's so much going on. The camera doesn't even want to. So yeah, that's a $50 piece, but it is. Okay. I'm going to put it back in its bag and its box, and I'll probably go through about another 5 or 6 items and then close for the night and have my own dinner and feed my animals the rest of their dinner. Monday will be a buy it now and household items, and I'm going to bring some of this that I'm bringing tonight back. Some of it. Okay. So this is really cute, and it is going to be a buy it now of 10. These are from, if I remember correctly, 1920s, 1930s. It's teeny tiny. Oops, and it's upside down. Why is it upside down? That should not have been upside down. Hold on. What is wrong with me? I am a little, but oh my. I am little, but oh my. I am little, but oh my. I also read it as I am like a little butt. Oh my, right? You decided red, white, and blue. It's a teeny tiny pin back. I mean, tiny. Look at that thing. The pin goes all the way through like this. These were, you can find a whole bunch of different variations of these. This is enameled. They were generally political in nature. There's a bunch of different ones out there. They are collectible to a certain group that collects this type of thing. Look at this thick copper or brass pin that goes down, and so you would just stab it through your shirt, right? And it's tiny. I doubt it's even 1/4 of an inch. Actually, it's just over 1/2 an inch. I'm surprised. So that was a buy it now for 10. Really fun. And while it was political stuff in the day, it can be whatever in the heck you want it to be now. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm bringing a huge variety of stuff, going through pretty quickly, y'all. But I'm not getting a lot of interest. So let's do these two things. But I don't know. What the heck? And someone just came on at 30 because I lost a bunch of people. Either that or they became unamused with whatever I was doing. Start at 13. We could have done a buy it now for that. Yep, it's another person. So this is a leopard print hinged clamper slit. Or panther. Maybe it's a panther print. You decide. Enamel. Gold tone. Even though this is so similar to ones, from the 50s, etc. It could have been that. But based on the panther print, it could walk up to the 70s. It absolutely could. It's hard to tell because the panther design on things was really popular a couple different decades. So it's hard to know exactly what decade this would have been from. Fits me, no problem, because it's a clamper and it fits me at a 7.25. If you were willing to have it be skin fitting, it would go up to a 7.5, middle of ladies medium. Yeah, started at 13. And this is always in style. And for whatever reason, this whole leopard thing, it kind of reminds me of like the Prada thing. It's just like a timeless fashion statement. Yeah, I've only got one person. Where did everyone go? Did I start glitching out? Boy, there's like a 30-second lag too. I don't know. Did I start glitching out? I might have. I do not know. I don't know what happened. I may, and now I have nobody. Well, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Now I have one person back. But I tell you what. Based on the fact that everyone left and they're going somewhere else to someone else's channel, and I'm easing back into it. See, now I have 0. I'm good with closing the sale. I'm okay with that. I have given y'all a lot to think about. I brought some pretty spectacular pieces for you to watch the replay and decide if you're interested or not. And you can email me down there at mscwalker@att.net if you're interested and let me know. Remember the Mary Mushroom set of canisters that I held up the little one at the beginning, and that is in a post of my channel. Okay, let me know if you're interested in those, and you can send me a bid if you would like. Yeah, Noel, where'd you come from, Noel? I'm closing the sale, Noel. Noel, where'd you come from? Everyone left, and then I'm closing the sale, and Noel comes back. Yes, Noel, this obviously, Noel, just say yes, and then I will say sold to you. This is, Noel, just say yes, and I will say sold to you. And welcome in, Noelle. Welcome in. Yeah. Good job, Noelle. I was like, no one wants this piece? Like, what's wrong with them? So, okay. Sold to Noelle. $50. Whoops. DE brooch. Spell. Thank you, Noelle. Yeah. Noelle knows her stuff. And George, yeah, it is stunning. So thank you, Noelle. Well, you came in just in time, Noelle, because I'm closing the sale. Everyone left. I don't know where they went. They all left. So maybe people are watching like more than one channel at once, because I have a lot of competition on this time on Fridays, and I know that. And that's okay. That's really okay. So don't forget about the Merry Mushroom set. I do still have some vintage clothes available, including the Victorian morning skirts that waists are like 12 and 14 inches. Yeah, so you could use them as a pattern. You could just display them. So I will see everyone on Monday for a Buy It Now and Household. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm going to go eat some good dinner and strap down and watch something else altogether, something streaming on HBO or whatever. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thanks, everyone, for purchasing. Thanks, everyone, for giving me a thumbs up. Bye.